Okay, so we're moving on to the next project. Today we're going to start building the Psycho Zaku Verka. I have had this kit for some time, always wanted to start building it, and um, now having finished my resin kit, I'm able to start moving on to this next project. Alright, we're just going to start unboxing and have a look at the runners inside, okay? Yeah, so this is a really huge box, so sorry for the camera angle, but let's go with what we have. So this is what we have inside. You can see the red runners. It's got a nice red, bloody red I would call it. The normal colors of the Zaku, yeah. Then you have the grey inner frame runners. Oh, and then you go on and look at how huge, look at this, how huge this the main thrusters are. As long as the the stretch of my palm, yeah. Then that's the base. Let's have a look at this side first. They have nice orange parts that makes this Psycho Zaku a little different. Some gold parts here, and yeah, there's even some dark royal blue color runners as well. More of the inner parts which are grey, yeah. More of the grey parts and gold and middle of the orange part. Lots of grey parts, yeah. The inner frame, I suppose. A lot of the weapons also are in grey, the normal grey colors from Bandai. Yeah, more of the weapons. Right. And then just go on, we see some more white runners as well, white parts. Pretty cool. And more this is darker shade of grey. This is the funnels which are in gold in color, yep. And then more of the red, and this is I think a very dark shade of black gray, yeah. So apart from that, you can see it comes with a simple stand as well. Comes with, because this is a Verka, it comes with Bandai's water slide decals. Okay, this is the parts. Because I've built the Verka of the full armor Gundam, which is the arch nemesis or the good guy protagonist in the Thunderbolt series. Forgot to mention, yeah, this Psycho Zaku comes from the Thunderbolt series of Gundam. This will fit in the arm area, which is going to be a tough one to fit. But anyway, and then this is the manual. Let's have a look inside. Wow, look, this is a huge and beautiful kit. I've always wanted to build this guy, so here's my chance. Yeah, the typical manual from Bandai, yeah, black and white and everything, and then more pictures of the Psycho Zaku. Man, this is a huge kit. Yeah, and more of the parts here, and then yeah, that goes on to, sorry, I have limited space, so I'm trying my best to angle it. Then that's the pictures of the thrusters that we will be building. And then right here is the water slide decal guide, so quite a bit to do. Yeah, okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and start building this guy. All right, so I've finished up the chest portion here, as well as the head. The hardest part is obviously this thing, getting it to line to get in. It's a long plastic piece. Let me show you how it looks like. Yeah, you can see it here. These long pieces, which you need to cut to shape. Right, you need to cut it according to the manuals. Like for example, this is 10 centimeters, this is 8 centimeters. You need to cut it, and you need to slip the joint or piping portion through it, which takes the longest time. But other than that, the build is pretty solid. So the head is ready to go onto the body, and voila. So the Psycho Zaku top portion is ready now. The next thing is to build the arms. Right, so that's the unique part of the these two Thunderbolts. Is also in the full armor Gundam, as well as the Psycho Zaku. This crumpled rubber piping, so to say, to give it that effect. Right. All right, so the other portion that I've finished is actually the arms, and obviously this portion here you can see all this, the part that is actually a plastic cover to give it a rubberized feel. That's one of the hardest to actually put in, just like how the full armor Gundam is. And then you look at it, this, and so on the right side you get massive Zaku shield, as you can if you build the Zaku you will know, but it has this gold parts funnels in here, and then on the left hand side is the famous spiky armor on the shoulder top. And all these parts, like these white parts, these gold parts, are all color separated. These parts, these orange parts, these dark blue parts are all color separated, so it's really, really nice. So build the both the hands, they look really, really nice. Yeah. And let's bring in the top portion, upper body, and fit it in. The fit can be quite tight. The only thing that I don't like is because of this part, it's not always sitting very nicely, so it's very easy to, you see, it's very easy to come off. Yeah, it's because of this part not really easily sitting correctly in its position. Yeah, so you see it comes off easily. But so I've got in the right arm. Yeah, now let's put in the left arm. The fitment is tight, which is good. Yeah, see, okay, both of the arms are in now. Okay, you can see. So the upper torso, upper body is all done. Arms, as I mentioned, can be a bit loose. Yeah, it's because of this part here fitting in. It's got a beautiful small little backpack here, and later on we'll build another bigger backpack that will attach onto this guy. But if you stand alone, it has, the normal Zaku backpack. Right. So let's now move on to building the legs and the waist. Yeah, and yeah, okay. Oops, sorry. So this one doesn't have a really good place to clench, so sometimes using this, you need to either, put it in quite tightly, or it will not really hold so well, right? It doesn't have like a thin little piece that you can actually mount the guy on. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and build the waist and the legs now. All right, welcome back. I finished the waist. Yeah, it's got a beautiful waist, synonym to all the Zakus, but it has this very nice skirting, if you like, on the guy. And then the two massive legs, very well with all the thrusters. It's got lots of these parts as well. This is actually a spring, right? A bendable spring that you actually put in. And it's got these ones here, which is, some gold parts that fit on the guy, on the legs, and then that. So the legs are huge, they are enormous, they are bulky, and that's how I like it. So this is a very nice bulky Zaku. If you like one of the bulkier builds, this is a good one to get. And of course, it's from the Thunderbolt series. And then these are the legs, the feet, sorry. And then it has these parts which you can install, and you can actually pull them out to give them like a claw-like effect. And this is what you will see in the full armor as well. Full armor Gundam also has this type of effect. Yeah, you can close it or you can have it on. Okay, so let's fit this. Yep. So the feet has gone onto the legs well. Okay, so let's now fit the legs onto the waist. In the manual, you actually build the legs first, then only the waist. And in order for easy installation, because these parts, that hang off the waist, the stick, they are not really that tight fitting, so you actually fit the legs first. So in the manual, they ask you to fit the legs in first before fitting these few pieces, six pieces in, three on both sides. See, you can see these portions are a little bit loose when they hook onto this orange part, the holders. Okay, but yeah, so yep, and yep, so we've got legs in, I think. Yep, so the legs have gone in. Oh, not really. So I always noticed fitting in the legs of any Gundam, the Zakus, the Gundams, all that is one of them that does take a bit of forcing in and pushing it in so that they actually sit properly and are tightly fitted. You can see. Okay. Yep. Bit of force to put it in. Yeah. So all those side pieces have actually come off. But yes, and then this side also has come off. So like I said, fitting the legs in does need a bit of angling and pressure so that they sit nicely in the pegs or the holes of the waist. Okay, so got that in. I'm gonna, yeah, see, it keeps coming out. So I'm gonna do that off camera because I need a bit of angle to put it in properly, and I come back. Okay. All right, so I managed to use a bit of angling and force, and then the legs went in okay. You actually hear a click when you actually put it in. So you can see how beautiful the bottom portion, the skirting and the chunky legs, if you like, look like. Okay. All right, so let's bring in the upper torso body, which we just built just now, and put the guy together. So now the whole Zaku can be fitted together. Again, this one is also usually not easy. You need a bit of angling, but hopefully it pops in easily. Okay, it's hard. So let's, oh, parts don't start flying out. Okay, so yes, it's gone in. Now the whole Zaku from top form, upper body to legs and waist is all done. It's beautiful, really beautiful kit. Like I said, this is my first MG Zaku that I'm building. I've built a few HGs, Zakus. This is my first, and it's really, really beautiful. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, this one is extra beautiful. It's got all these thrusters, all these extra parts as well. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead. I think the next part is actually start building some of the weapons first, then the backpack, and then after that the big thrusters right at the back. Okay. All right, so I've built the backpack. This is the huge backpack that will sit behind the Psycho Zaku. Yeah, it's quite massive. So let's bring the Psycho Zaku in. I've actually also built some of the weapons, and I've actually posed him a little bit. But yeah, let's go ahead and put this on. Yeah, the backpack onto the Psycho Zaku. So you will need to actually remove this, I believe, in order to fit it. Maybe not. Maybe you don't need to. Yeah, probably you don't need to. So there is the two holes. Yeah, you don't need to. There is that small little backpack. There's normal Zakus. Then you can see the two protrusions. You can actually fit the backpack directly onto the Psycho Zaku. Okay, I'm gonna go to. So these parts need to be in position. It needs to be in position. You need to twist these two things, these two knobs. There's a little protrusion here, so that you can actually fit it into the Psycho Zaku backpack or the back. Yeah, so that's how you do it. And then there's you can see here, if you're not sure, you can see there's another knob. You need to push it up so that then the Psycho Zaku, the backpack will lock in onto the Psycho Zaku. Okay, so the next thing is actually to prop him up into the stand. There is a stand as well that I've actually also made. You need to remove these two pieces here, I believe, so that you can actually fit this part. in here. I should have taken it out earlier, but anyway. So yeah, if you don't want him to be popped up, then you don't need to take it out. So I've taken that part out, and let's see how this. So there is this, yeah, this two, you can see the protrusion here. You can actually then fit it onto the back of the backpack, and then this part sits, yeah, I believe sits on like that, either here, there is here, or here, that you can actually fit the stand in, and then that's how you stand up the Psycho Zaku onto the stand. Okay, then these are the weapons that come with it. It comes with a huge long grenade launcher, and then 3 of these smaller, it's not small, but the smaller sized bazookas. Then you have the 3 of these missiles, 2 of the Zaku guns, and then 2 of the axes. So you can see how fully powered up or armored up this Psycho Zaku is. Okay, so I'm now going to get ahead and assemble the other parts, which is the propellant tanks at the back. There's a few that I'm going to do it, and then come back. All right, so I've finished assembling the 2 mini propellant tanks and a huge mega propellant tank here, and you can see it's got some attachments onto it, and this is where you actually sit the weapons on. So I'm just going to go ahead and start putting on the weapons so that we can start propping him all back together. So this goes here, I believe. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and prop the weapons in off camera and come back. All right, so I've already propped up the you can see all the missiles, and the 2 guns are below here. The 3 missiles are all put up here. I'm gonna go ahead and try putting this together. Everything's gonna drop for sure, but that's okay. And let's see how we go with this. All right, so I've got one of them in, and then no, sorry. Let me see. Oh, okay. And then this big guy will sit on top here. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna have enough room, but I'm gonna try. Yeah, so this will sit on top of here, like so. And they also have some protrusions which will help prop this guy up here. Everything's gonna fall, but yeah, let me just do this and try. Sorry for the shaky camera, but and the bad angle, but this kit is really huge, right? So it does it does require quite a bit of space, and I don't really have the space to angle the camera well so that you can see, but hopefully it works. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, but I think I'm just going to do this off camera. All right, so I've actually managed to install the whole, or assemble the whole kit and pop it up. The attachments of this armament, as you can see here, the 2 guns, and then the missiles, and then the 3 cannons go up here, and this large cannon goes here. These attachments are a little bit difficult. They are quite flimsy and it drop quite easily. The stand is also okay, but it wobbles a little bit because this is a very back heavy. As you can see, the thruster is such a huge one, right? So it does lend a lot of weight to the back. I'm trying to prop up this particular missile launcher or cannon, but it has not been able to hold it up itself simply because the wrist is not solid enough to hold it up. So I've used something to prop it up.
and also the angle in which it can hold the cannon to put it on his shoulder is also not sufficient enough. So yeah, so I had to use this holder in there. The attachment of the arms, as you can see in the assembly, is also not quite difficult because of the plastic raw or plastic part that you need to put in within the arms to fit it. It makes the fitment very tight and loose. But overall, this is such a beautiful and massive kit. And if you're a big fan of Zaku's, especially, and also even you're a bigger fan of Thunderbolt, then this is a kit to get. If you notice that I've also put in the extra, you can see here on the side of the legs, there's extra armament, just like the full armor. There's an armor on top of armor, which I did not put in initially because I missed it, so I put it in, and now it's on this whole entire kit now, right? So this is the first part. I plan to paint this kit, so there'll be a second part. This portion here also opens up. You can actually add in like it becomes like holders similar to the full armor, so you can actually extend these arms, right, like so. You don't drop anything, but you can actually extend these arms up, and this can then help carry any of these weapons onto this clip here as well, which is quite unique, right? So very similar to the full armor Gundam, it has this extra arms. Here it has two that can actually hold, not shields this time, but hold weapons, for example. All right. Bit of a close-up view of the kit. Yeah, you can see clearly a little bit more as I do a close-up of the huge thrusters it has. Look at this huge large one. It has one big one and two smaller ones, where the small ones you're able to attach the weapons on it. All right, so hopefully this video gives you an idea of this kit. It's a beautiful Verka Zaku Psycho Zaku kit, and go out there and get it if you like. Thanks for watching, guys.